Why isn't it going? I am just going to share my, all right. Yeah. So here, kids, I want to tell you that don't think that you have to be really wonderful, great speakers and straight from Bollywood and straight from Hollywood, and that's how we talk. It's a journey. It's something we will do step by step. And more importantly is you begin with accepting the way you are. So it's not important that you will overnight next day for your presentation or for that meet which matters or for that girl you want to impress or the boy you want to impress, you talk so confidently. There is a lot of practice. And trust me, you're not going to be alone because prominent people, the faces that you see, Warren Buffett is an iconic investor. He had a fear of speaking in public. He could not even pronounce his name when in front of a crowd. You have actresses like Nicole Kidman, Mahatma Gandhi, we all relate to, was not fond, rather used to get anxious when he used to be in front of people and the likes. So don't worry. If there is a fear, address it, accept it. Point one. Point two, there's enough research. So I don't want to name the research houses, but it's important for you to know that it is, yes, the number one fear when we talk about the minds of people. And it says the number two fear is death. So that's how big a Herculean task, or it's like a big boulder on your head. So it's okay if you're in the same boat and you feel the same, don't worry, right? And here, if you talk about it, more than 85% of the people in the world face it. They get terrified. What happens to them over here is their hands will become dry, the mouth becomes dry, you get jittery, fidgety, you look down, you look up, you don't maintain an eye contact. Ye sab hota hai. You know what happens is your body will want to just run away from the stage and not face anyone. You want to not be there. कितनों के साथ हुआ है कि कभी आपको बोलते हैं okay your turn, anyone wants to give a comment and the mic goes to you, the first thought is भागो, यहाँ से बस निकलो और किसी तरह भाग जाओ यहाँ से. I don't want the responsibility, let someone else take it. If that happens to you, there are tricks that I'll tell you to become more confident, and you need to train your mind over here. There are small little tips here that I will want to share, and try. If you think it makes a difference, why not? So there are just few tips that I talk about, and before that, I'll give you a brief of my story. I myself, I was all my life into books. I loved reading, and I thought the good marks was a good shield to tell the world, oh, I am intelligent and I know it all. But later on, I realized when I got into my job that was not it. The maths, the science, everything that you learn, you just use an iota. What you learn and what you actually have to practice are the 21st century skills, which is communicating well, which is creative thinking, collaboration, and a lot more. Because bache, today, when you step out in the outside world, when you go for jobs, they're not looking for marks. If you go to a Google, like a company like Google, they will even take you without a degree. A lot of colleges are doing it, but you have to show your passion. You have to show your conviction, not just in your CV, which is all that talks about what you have, but it's also the way you talk and your knowledge. How confident are you in presenting yourself? So जब हम market जाते हैं, हम कोई चीज खरीदते हैं, we see, oh, what is the price or what is the brand? How does it look from the outside? It's just like that when you step out. So when I was aware of it, it helped me work in television, anchor shows, work with Byju's, record content for students like you, so you understand better. It has taken a lot of time, so it will not be a quick fix, is what you need to do. You need to practice and you need to understand kya hota hai. When you have to talk to anyone, let's suppose you want the teacher to be very impressed with you or with your work, or you want an internship, you want to impress the person who's about to hire you. So what happens is in the body, and that's for everybody, there is something called the anxiety or the panic attack that creeps in. It is, आप अगर realize करोगे, हमेशा talk करने से पहले, जहां आपको अपने आप को present करना है, it starts before that. So you need to manage yourself before the talk. Because if you see a heartbeat, it tells us कि हमारी heartbeat is more than double when we just start talking. But that's your body. And trust me, it is okay. What you need to do is just give yourself 3 to 5 minutes. So suddenly the first line you feel, oh God, I will just black out. I don't know what will happen. Hold on. Just stay there, because it takes your body about 3 minutes to normalize. 3 to 5 minutes is the average time to normalize. And then your heartbeat will come back to normal. And in that first 3 minutes, what happens is, because your heart is pumping faster and harder, there's a lot of oxygen which is getting depleted, and you're out of breath when you're talking, and suddenly you black out. Oxygen is so important for us, not just to breathe, but even for us to talk. So that anxiety, what creeps in right at the start of a conversation, tell your mind, it is okay. I know it will normalize. Sab theek ho jayega. Let it be. If you have the initial anxiety and the first kickstart conversational points में आपको problem है, आप छोटे से पर्ची में अपने bullet points लिख के जाइए. That helps you. Just carry those placards or the cards in your hand. Don't write sentences. Don't try to mug up sentences and words and lines. It will never be of rescue. Yes, if you want, and if you think you'll black out, just write point 1, 2, 3. That's it. So that's another tip. Try doing that. Just the initial headway, the start that you have to give yourself. The body will automatically come down to what it's supposed to be, and you will be able to get back to what you have to say. Second one, I don't know how many of us feel, but sometimes हमें लगता है कि हमें आता है, पर हम क्लास में शायद बोलते नहीं है, या लोग हमें जज करेंगे, वो क्या सोचेगा? Do I know what I'm talking about? Or I may be wrong. I don't know. You feel the other people are there to just be critics, or just talk negative, or feel isko kuch nahi aata. They are just going to judge us. That negativity makes us even more nervous before a conversation has to start. So here the Japanese methodology really comes to approach and comes useful and comes handy is centering. Centering is something like meditation, which your parents or grandparents tell you, which is more like focused concentration or having your mind to go blank. I know it's easier said than done, but to completely blank out is really not always possible. But you have to tame your mind and tell yourself to be in the moment, which is be in the present. You imagine positive things, that you imagine, oh, you've won the award already for the competition you're standing for, or you feel, okay, you've got the internship. So start thinking positive. What happens is the negative thoughts will run away and you will just be a calmer person. Try doing that. So it's some sort of a positive reiteration that people like to call it. Try doing that before your talk. That it's okay. People are here to listen to me. They want, because it makes a difference to their lives. They want to learn something from me, or they want to hire me. That's why I'm here. So that pre-talk phase, when you're getting nervous and anxious, try doing that. And yes, when I'm telling you all that, doesn't mean you don't practice. How many of you have heard of Steve Jobs? He's no more, but what he's taught and the company he's made is world-renowned. Yes, I love the hands coming in. We are talking about the cell phone company and much more. We're talking about Apple, right? Now, Apple and Steve Jobs, I don't know how many of you seen his interview. Go on YouTube after my session is over and see what he stands for. For every product that he launched, every Mac that came in the market, every laptop or computer or mobile that came in the market, he had a team of people, but he ensured that he would talk about the product. He would, book a huge auditorium and launch the products himself. For someone being the CEO right at the top, doing so well, we all would assume that he knows it all, right? But can I just expect everyone to be on mute, please? Thank you. So more importantly, I was telling you about Steve Jobs, but do you know what his rule was? He followed a 20-20 rule, which said, if you need to talk for 20 minutes, ensure you've actually practiced for at least 20 times of what you have to say. And he himself would start practicing about launching his own product a month before. And 3 days before, just like in your junior school, he would actually do a complete demo with wearing the exact same clothes that he needs to wear for the day where he's performing and showing the product to the world. He would actually do a complete demo. So don't think there are any shortcuts here. Practice is a must. That's how you will know about your topic. You will know about everything, and you need to manage all of this. Once you do that, trust me, you're a born winner. So you're not alone. If you think you are struggling, the others well known for their inventions have struggled, but they just have a positive mindset. So Thomas Edison, for all of us we know, he said, and he failed 10,000 times before he would manage to invent the bulb. He said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 new ways that after 10,000 ways that if something works, or he said, I've just found 10,000 ways that it won't work. That's the positivity. That's the fighter spirit. That is important. How many of you have read the J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter book? I'm sure a lot of you have. You know how many times J.K. Rowling was rejected? J.K. Rowling was rejected over 12 times by publishers that it's not a good book. I don't want to publish it. Walt Disney, they had to look around over 200 times to get funding for now what we know as the best and the biggest amusement park in the world. There are many examples, so don't give up. It's just part of the journey, which is more important, and it will help you. So here, what my advice is, you fake it till you make it. You practice in front of your friend, practice in front of a mirror, record yourself, watch yourself. You need to do all that till you tide over it. And you've got a talent which will stay with you forever. It's not like those maths formulas that you'll forget when you're out of practice, or those English proverbs and idioms that we like to use. If you don't use it, you will forget even the meaning of it. So communication is more like something like swimming. Once you learn it, you know, anytime you get into the pool, you will know it all. I'm sure someone is trying to just play around with it. Can you just delete it if possible?
Stop annotating, children, please.
All right. So now another trick that I'm going to tell you is, even if all that I tell you doesn't really help right now, let's try and understand the process by knowing how do we breathe better. So when I talk about communication over here, it is important to note that it is about how oxygen, I told you how oxygen gets associated and how it is so important to balance how our heartbeat is, how to normalize our breathing. So children, sometimes when you get nervous, try just do a heavy deep breathing. Can we all try doing it? Somehow I can't see myself on camera. Am I visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, you are very much visible.
Okay. So then I'm sure you can see. Yes, wonderful.
Shibani, can I request you to just stop sharing so that this annotation can be removed, and then you can probably reshare again.
No worries, but I'm not reading it. Let them, the ones who are occupied like that, it's okay. I'll just have to, you want me to stop sharing? I'll just, yeah.
So students, I again request you, please do not do that. There are other people who are trying to take some purpose out of the meeting or the webinar that's been conducted. So let's not disrespect the learning value that others are taking. So we'll, of course, share it again. Thank you.
All right, so just give me one, please. Can we all see this? Yeah?
Yeah. Yes,
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes, ma'am.
and do this with me. Sometimes what happens, you don't realize, if I tell you, okay, let's all breathe fast. How will you breathe fast? Go back, breathe fast. Like as if, just imagine you've done a 10-kilometer run and you've come back. How will you all breathe? You know what happens is when you're breathing, sometimes I tell students breathe fast, and what they start doing is your shoulders start moving, and I tell you, no, take a deep breath. And what you do is then with your chest, you go. Don't think you can control your oxygen here. When you're nervous, whichever way, whenever it happens, even if it's in front of your parents or school or family, or even like wherever, strangers are seeing you and noticing you, it's important to take deep breaths from your belly. So can we just lock our hands like that and put it on our belly? Like I wish I could, yeah, I would get up for you. Can we put our hands like this? And then when you breathe, can you see your hand go out and in, out and in? Try doing this for a minute. What happens is when you breathe from your nose, when you see your belly, your stomach move in and out, that's when you can control the nervousness and get the adequate amount of oxygen going in. When you're getting nervous, ever try doing this. And it will help you tremendously, because that's the time when you're taking excessive oxygen. And you know what I tell my students? To do this before your talk has to start. So if you're roll number 10 and it's roll number 5 or roll number 6, for those 3 or 4 presentations, take deep breaths. So you take that surplus oxygen in your body, which lasts longer. So when you have to talk, it is not stressful and it is easily doable. Once you get that, that's the first step. When you understand that, the next step is you talk after your exhalation. When you're speaking, what happens is when you're exhaling and you're trying to talk, you'll be out of breath. And there you will stop, which is not even required. You need to manage speaking, and here you speak with the pauses and you have a deep breath in you that will make you last longer. And please don't hold your breath. Sometimes we want to talk so fluently and we want to talk so fast to impress everybody. What we do is we don't even take a breath and there we go. It's not a race. I don't want to come first when I'm talking. I want to ensure that you're either getting inspired or motivated, or ensuring that the teacher or that friend you're talking to gets the meaning. Am I clear? Does it make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
So let's
ma'am.
try and do that. Focus on our breathing. I know it sounds like a yoga class right now, but it's not. Try doing that because it will help you tremendously. So that's one tip that I'm telling you, and eventually even you'll realize हमें क्या लगता है कि जब हम communicate करते हैं, it is all about the words I'm using, the flowery words, and something which is so high flying that I don't even know and I need a dictionary, or I've written so well, or I'm reading from a very good Google article. Well, to break the myth, communication is not just about what you are saying in terms of the words, but how are you saying it, and how your body is the non-verbal, right? Verbal is something जो हम बोलते हैं, जो निकल के आता है, the content, the words. Non-verbal is also, how happy am I looking? If I had to just look so gloomy and take a class with you, will you listen to me? No. Maybe, what happens is brain is hardwired very smartly. We take just about 5-7 seconds in the beginning. Ma'am to so ke nahi aayi. Does she even know what she's talking about? No, I doubt it. So it's very important that you sit straight. Your posture has to be in sync with what you're trying to say. There are a lot of tricks and it's a deep ocean inside, but overtly your body language. And when I say your body language, it is not just sitting straight. It is believing in the words that you're talking about. It is also showcasing the right pauses, looking happy if it's something really positive that I want to share, or just being somber, or not being too excited when I have to share something which is not very positive, because it can happen. So you ensure you're moving with the words. What I'm trying to say and how I'm trying to say it is both together. They are not the opposites. They're not like parallel lines. That yes, children, I'm happy to tell you that from tomorrow there will be no winter break and there will be no Christmas break, but you all have to come to school. It's contradictory. How is that happy? I've snatched away a holiday of yours and I look happy. So ensure. And what happens is when we are nervous, even if I have to say something positive, if I have to give out some information, my body doesn't move in sync because we are so nervous. So just understand the words are not almighty. The bullet points are just keywords. You take an indicator on and build up. Build up. Use your vocals. Vocals is आप अपनी आवाज को कैसे यूज करते हैं. अगर मोनोटोन मतलब एक ही टोन पे अगर हम सीधी लाइन पे बस बोलते रहे, दैट इज नॉट इम्प्रेसिव. आप आफ्टर 5 minutes you'll say, okay, मेरे को बस नींद आ गई, I want to let go. So there is a lot of research that is done, and what the research tells us is content सिर्फ 7% matter करता है when people have to decide how good a communicator are. What matters more is 55% is your body language. How are you presenting yourself in totality? मतलब आप जो भी बोल रहे हैं, आप किस conviction और किस passion से उसको बोल रहे हैं, और how is your voice showcasing the same confidence in what you're talking about is 38%. So अब तक जो हम सोचते आए हैं communication means using good words, writing very well, that's not it. It is how we present the story, how simplistically I present it to ensure each one of you understand. हम एक concept करते हैं जो it's not that I can go higher and I can tell you who has written the research and give you names, but in grade 6 or grade 12 वो matter करता है नहीं. So you also have to be a communicator like that. When you're talking to a child, you need to shift. It's not about आपने क्या बोलना है. It's about वो क्या सुनना चाहते हैं, वो किस लेवल तक समझ पाएंगे. बहुत जरूरी है. तो when you grow up, you'll get to know this concept of WIIFT. What's in it for them? So I want you to remember such tips and tricks that I tell you. The next time when you speak anywhere, don't think about yourself. Think about what people want to know. And you know, it's such a magic formula. You will realize that whatever you want is happening, and whoever you want to convince, you speak the way you want. And we all are very smart. If we want anything from our mamas and papas, how do we shift our style of communication? Because हमें वो चाहिए और हम सोचते हैं कि क्या बोलेंगे, शायद मम्मी सुन लेगी या पापा सुन लेंगे. That's exactly when you grow up and go in the corporate world, you speak effectively. It is not what's in it for me, but what's in it for them. You have to think about people who are listening to you. They could be sitting in an audience, or they could just be there to interview you. So just ensure कि आपका just contextual meaning, मतलब जो words से आप बोलना चाह रहे is not restricted to that. You get the emotional connotation. How do you convince the people? And that's more important when we are communicating. There's a lot more I can go on with, but yes, handshakes have to be firm. They don't have to be droopy. Your eyes, you have to maintain an eye contact. अगर मैं पूरा session ऐसे लेके बोलूं या कैमरा ऑफ करके बोलूं, body language तो impart ही नहीं हुई. You don't know how much I know about my content and how confident am I. And then you'll wonder, because our brain will think earlier, मैम को नहीं आता तो वो हमें क्या बताएगी, you know. So don't look disinterested. Don't show that you don't want that internship or you don't want that particular group discussion to be a winner in that group discussion. Be taken seriously by ensuring you are looking into the eye. And looking means not staring into someone and not just looking around. You will make the other person uncomfortable. So all you need to do is look at the person eye to eye for 3 to 5 seconds and then just look somewhere else. If you're talking to a group, आपने शायद maths में करा होगा 4 quadrants, right? If you just draw 2 lines, one horizontal and one vertical, you get 4 quadrants, right? So when you're talking to an audience, follow a quadrant approach, which is 45 degree, just the center of the room. Just talk to them, look at them, and after 3 to 5 seconds of looking and talking to someone, you shift your attention and take the 45 degree in the other quadrant. That's called a quadrant approach. And इससे क्या होता है? Everyone thinks and believes that you're looking at them and you know what you're talking about, and you look very confident. So these are just a few tips I wanted to share with you all. I hope you all have learned at least a bit or an iota goes in that helps you become far better a speaker and manage your anxiety. All right. Any questions? Let me know before we wrap up.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I unmute and ask?
No, ma'am.
Yes, sure, definitely. I have. I'll take one question.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
please ask me.
ma'am, can you send me my URL and password?
I'll definitely have. Yes, I will have Inkclick send it to you. Don't worry about that. It will be.
Ma'am, I want to ask all.
Yes, Divyanshu.
Ma'am, I want to ask that if there is only one person, so how can we contact an eye to
Eye
another
contact?
person?
That's a very good question. Yes, because I've told you when you're talking to a lot of people, when there's one person, what you need to do is, so suppose I'm talking to you, I need to look at you and make you understand, use your hand movements. So bodies are not only restricted to your eyes or your posture. You look at them and then you can look around and then again look. If you continuously look at someone and just talk to them, it'll get the person very uncomfortable and it'll get you uncomfortable. So yes, look for about 3 to 5 to 7 seconds. If it's something very important you need to tell, and then you can look around and just continue your conversation and then get back. So break it. So the other person doesn't feel uncomfortable. All right. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. I would have loved to continue our conversation. So it's over to you, Pawan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Students, I would request you to again remain muted.
Bye, ma'am.
And
Have a nice day.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Please mute yourself. Thank you so much, Shibani. It was indeed a very informating session, very good knowledge, and I'm sure the kids are going to take away a lot with them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
yes, yes, you may all, of course, I will take a few questions from your end, but let's do it one by one. And anybody who has any queries is welcome to stick around in the session for now. Okay.
Please raise your hand.
Please raise your hand. We will take questions one by one, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sir, if we did not have any queries, so can we leave?
Yes.
Yes. Whoever does not have any questions, any queries, you may please leave the session. Thank you so much. And the children who have any doubts, please raise your hands. We will invite each one of you one by one. Please do not unmute yourself. Yeah, Bhavika, go ahead.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes.
Ma'am, I wanted to say that I tried opening the site and it's not loading. It's just if the site is not opening, it's continuously loading. I tried opening it multiple times.
Yeah. Okay. So Bhavika, yeah, there is some upgradation being done at this time. If you try after maybe an hour or two, you'll be able to log in. Just use the same password in this. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Divya, please go ahead.
You can lower your hand. Anybody whose question has been addressed, please lower your hand.
Yes, ma'am. I want to say that I am Deva Gupta from 6th D, and I want to say that, ma'am, I'm not having the phone right now, in which I have downloaded the Inkclick app. Ma'am, even I have logged in from my laptop too. But ma'am, when I clicked on my email how I log in, ma'am, in that way I have to log in again. It's not showing me directly my page.
No, so when you get onto the login page, okay, you select student, and on student, you put in your email address and the password that is given.
I have already logged in to Inkclick in my laptop and my phone already.
Okay, so once you get onto it, you will see a lot of feeds. You will see on the left side, there will be a photo, which is blank right now. If you click on that, that is your profile page. So once you click on that, that will be your page and you can upload your photo. You can upload your details over there. Okay.
Sir, I just want to say that how can we, if we have already logged in laptop, then how can we open that page again?
Anytime you log into the website, you'll be able to do that.
Whenever you're on that page, do not log out before you leave the site.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, sir.
Yeah, Divyanshi?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, I want to ask that it's not entering my password. It's showing incorrect again and again. as I wrote the same password, and once I changed my password, it was by mistakenly deleted from my device, and now I forgot my password. So, ma'am, what should I do?
You can use the forgot password option. You can reset your password again. In case you still have a problem, send us your email address. We'll have your account created again with the standard Sadhu Vaswani password. Okay.
Sorry,
Okay, sir.
Yanshi, please put in your email address on the chat. Yeah,
Okay, ma'am.
Anushka, go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. First of all, I have a doubt from the other teacher who was telling to how to motivate us ourselves and how to speak out in the public. Ma'am, she explained how to take a deep breathing, but I still have a doubt from since like years that why do they suggest us to breathe that our stomach should come out in, because the respiratory process is through the lungs and the diaphragm going up, so why shouldn't it be like that our chest should move up?
So what is your exact question over here? Say that again. Only the question part, last bit.
That why do the like this they suggest to move our stomach out and not the chest up and down?
Yeah.
Because that's where it's usually in the stomach. When you are nervous, you have anxiety, that's where you start feeling the cramps. That's where it actually starts. That's the reason she told you the method to how to stand up and start breathing.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Ajuni?
Yeah, ma'am. First of all, good morning. I am Ajuni Kaur Bajaj from class 6C. Ma'am, actually, I haven't received the mail from Inkclick.
Ajuni, please share your email address on the chat right away, and you shall receive that soon. Gayi hogi aapke paas, but maybe it's been a few days, so it must have you must have missed that. Just put it in the chat, please.
Okay,
Tanvi, please make a note of all the email addresses. Yeah, thank you. Anirudh?
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, the same question as the previous.
Yes, so whoever has not received, because it was shared around the 23rd or 24th of November, whoever has not received the email address, I'm repeating myself, please put in your email address with your name on the chat, and you shall receive that today itself.
Thank you.
And whoever have the same doubt, you may please lower your hand.
You can just
put in a note of email address.
You can put in the email address and your name, and thereafter lower your hand, and even if you require, you can drop the call. Okay.
Yes, Samriddhi?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, when I'm opening my app, Inkclick in my phone, ma'am, it's loading only.
Yeah, currently I told you, right? So anybody who's having some difficulty in actually loading or not seeing at this time, try it after an hour or so. There'll be an update which is being going through. So that's the reason you're not being able to see it. So if it's not loading, don't worry. It's only about some upgradation work is in progress. Okay.
Like the way you all update your iPhones and with any new version, that's how whenever such an updation happens, it usually takes about an hour. So you may do that. Anyone who has the same doubt, please lower your hand in that case.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Gunika, yeah, go ahead with your question, please.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
I tried to log in to Inkclick many times with my school Gmail ID, but it didn't work.
Again, if your problem is that you can't get in through with the password or the email, just put in your email address. We'll have it verified. If you haven't received your password, you'll receive it again. So just put it in the chat.
So all the students who have who are unable to log in, who haven't received their password, so today you will receive an email by the end of the day today. The mail will come from Inkclick. Open on that, and it will come on the email address that you're sharing with us right now. And then thereafter, you can log in into the platform.
So should I put my school Gmail ID?
Whatever you use mostly, put that.
Any other questions which are apart from these two subjects? We can, of course, take them.
Yeah, Tanishka, go ahead. Tanishka, go ahead with your question.
Yes, ma'am. Can you please explain the eye contact one again?
I will get back to you on this later because we are running out of time as well, Tanishka, and let me put that question to the speaker then. Yeah, Radhika, go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, I'm Radhika from SKSD. I want to ask that if I have a stage fear, I can't come up with that still now. Means I have a stage fear, I'm nervous to talk people, and breathing doesn't work with me. I tried a lot of time.
Did you try the Japanese method, what she just told in the webinar, in the session?
No, I didn't try that.
So try that from next time. I'm sure that will work for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Any other question, anyone, regarding how to log in into the anything related to the platform of Inkclick? Please raise your hand. Otherwise, I think then you can all get back to your classes. Yes, Shrishti, go ahead.
Ma'am, can you repeat the Japanese method?
Okay, so the Japanese method is you have to concentrate on the center and close your mind. It's more like a meditation that you need to do for 5 minutes before you get onto any stage.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So
thank you, ma'am. Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, children. Thank you so much for joining in. And anyone who's not been able to log in, as I said, I'm repeating myself. You will receive the email today, and you will be able, which will have your password, and you can either download the apps or open the website.
Also, I've shared a video of our Inky, who's our mascot. It's on the chat. It's a YouTube video, which will give you a lot of brief and introduction about how the platform works. It's really nice and friendly. So if you do have a look at it, it's on the chat. It's posted right now.
Ankit, would you want to just screen share with them?
Sure.
Inky, and Hi guys, I am Inky, and I have time traveled from the future to help you create a better present. Download the Inkclick app or register at inkclick.com, a place where learning is the key to every quest. Sign up on the platform and log into your account to check your feed and other exciting features. Wait. Before moving on, fill in your profile details and sync your social media and phone contacts to help us understand you better. The navigation buttons on the screen is your portal to a better future. Wondering how? For you young champs, the first button is Scrapbook. Share your creative innovations and thoughts with your friends or use it as your personal diary. Whereas the teachers and parents is this classroom where they can add new courses and plan live sessions. The button with the plus lets you share your thoughts in the form of videos or images. You can choose to post in new feed or on Scrapbook and choose your privacy settings. The library provides you two options of courses and sessions where you can learn. It also lets us save a few in your wish list or download to watch it anytime, anywhere. The notification will give you updates about your friends, mentors, upcoming classes and other important things. The platform also allows you to search a particular mentor, course or your friend. In this menu, join or create groups, update your profile and account settings, check your transaction history and many more. Ink your future with just a click. Be more.
In order to take my girlfriend out for...
All right, students, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, children. Thank you for
your time. Get back to your
time.
classes. Have a good day. And you can start using or enjoying Inkclick in
Bye, ma'am.
convenience. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, children.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye,
ma'am.